Welcome to the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce Quick Takes Legislative Live video series. My name is Matt Murphy, the Government Regional Affairs Director for the Chamber. In this series, we're going to share quick visits with our local legislators. We want to know what's going on, what the hot topics are, and what, in general, is happening in Olympia. I want to thank the Tire Factory and MacKay Sposito for their support of this video series as policy engagement partners. Today, we are joined by Representative Stephanie Barnard from the 8th Legislative District. Hello and welcome, Representative Barnard.
Hi, Matt, and thank you to the Chamber for having me. It's such a pleasure.
We enjoy doing this series, and I can tell you we enjoy having you as one of our representatives. But this is your third session, so you're a pro at this now, right? You've got it all down. We've recently just hit the first policy cutoff date, which means supposedly policy committees are done for a little bit. How is this year any different than the past?
Well, I feel like there is a different feel here on campus. I think that's just because of the federal level politics that are going on, and it's there's fear, and a lot of people are worried about this new presidency, and we feel it every day here in Olympia on the campus, and that goes for how we strategize to get our bills to the floor, what kind of work we have to do to make any progress at all. So yeah, it is different.
Yeah. So, we did have policy cutoff. We got 2 weeks. March 14th, I think, is the House of Origin deadline. So what do the next couple of weeks look like for you?
Well, I have four bills right now currently in rules that have been exec'd out and just waiting to get to the floor. So that's tough. That's what I'm going to be working on for the next 2 weeks, is to get my bills to the floor. So they're sitting in rules. They're waiting for a poll. I want to get them on a list. There is fiscal notes to a couple of them, so that's going to be problematic, and we just want to make sure to stay in everyone's ear so that they know that these are top priority, and just work those bills to make sure that they get a vote, so that they can move on to the Senate and then go through it all over again.
Right. Yeah. So one of those bills I wanted to ask you about, an important bill for us here in the Tri-Cities, is House Bill 1210. That's concerning targeted urban area tax preferences. You were a prime sponsor on this bill, and it was one of our Tri-City Legislative Council's priorities this year. Yeah, I know it is in rules. Overall, what's your feeling? How are things looking for this bill?
So I want to manage expectations for the Tri-Cities just by saying that this was a bill that was heard and got all the way through the Senate last year, as far as just to committee in the Senate. So it got off the floor in the House with overwhelming support. And I can't say unanimous because it wasn't, but it had overwhelming support. And so I had worked on this bill for 2 years, and every day so a lot of stakeholdering has gone into this. We've had, during the interim, we had Framatome working with labor, working with the city of Richland. There was a ton of collaboration so that we could get it through this year. Now, that would be extremely quick. Normally it takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to try to get a bill through. And this would be extraordinary to get a bill of this type and depth passed. And so I just want to make sure everybody understands how difficult it is to move a bill like this. And we're having great success. I have to thank all of those stakeholders that have worked diligently and really hard. It didn't get through without some questions. The state right now is questioning how many data centers that we actually want, and all of the connections between the TUA and what we're trying to get accomplished in this bill, which is 2 24-month extensions for the property tax exemption for any project that has to go through NRC approval, or any type of longer approval process. And it seems like a no-brainer to you and me, but for those that are concerned with growth in the state for data centers and for nuclear type projects, there can be some hangups. And so, you have got a letter sent out by the Sierra Club saying, don't support this letter, and don't support this bill. And, so you have to run constantly, making sure to let people know that, these fears are not, any questions they might have, to come talk to someone before they just make assumptions, and that's been the stance of the Sierra Club for decades. And we need to start talking about some of the advanced projects that we're doing, instead of always going back to Chernobyl. This is not
Right.
this is not that. We just need to make sure that there is a very clear line of demarcation between Manhattan Project era type nuclear energy. So this is not Department of Defense. This is nuclear energy that's clean, base load power that is, a small footprint compared to other projects that we've seen, that provides reliable, affordable, 24/7 power. It's not weather dependent, and we need to move the needle on nuclear power, and other types of generation as well. So it's not just about nuclear; it's about other
Right.
really great projects that could be going on all over the state of Washington. So this would benefit all of Washington, not just our district.
Right. And you're right. It's kind of common sense for you, or it's a no-brainer for you and I. But the things that you've outlined definitely shed some different light on things. So I thank you for that.
Yeah.
So this is Legislative Live Quick Takes, and I know that your schedule is all get out, and you probably got your next one sitting outside the door. So I want to thank you for coming today, and I want to thank you for everything that you do for the Tri-City region, the hard work that you do, and look forward to seeing you back here in the Tri-Cities very soon.
I look forward to seeing you and meeting with you, Matt, and going to chamber functions. I miss it. I miss all of you, and appreciate so much the good work that you're doing out here in Olympia, coming out here and advocating for good bills like the TUA bill. It helps immensely. So all the good work that you've done doesn't go unnoticed, and we want to be here to help in any way that we can. So just you know where to find me.
Yep, I do. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks so much. Take care.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.